Hello everyone, welcome to Vision NEET IIT Academy, and today we are going to start Motion in One Dimension lecture number 3, and in this lecture we will be mostly covering some of the very important concepts and numericals. What it is talking about? It is saying if a body is projected with an initial velocity of 20 meter per second, so you have the u value to be 20 meter per second, right? How long will it take for the body to fall back? So to come back. So if the body is here, you are projecting it initially with 20 meter per second, it will reach here. At that time, the v is equal to 0. First, let us find out what is the time taken for it to cover this distance, okay, from here to here. So you just say v is equal to u minus gt, okay. Why g minus here? Because g is in the negative direction. So from here you can say that your u is 0. So 0 is equal to, sorry, not v is 0. So 0 is equal to 20 minus gt. So g into t. So your t is going to be 20 by g. Okay, that is nothing but u by g. So we come to a very important conclusion here, that the time of flight is going, see now one thing, this is what we have got. This is the flight of ascent. To ascend, okay, this much time is required. Ascend means what? यहाँ से यहाँ तक जाने के लिए, उठने के लिए इतना टाइम, तो यहाँ से यहाँ तक गिरने के लिए कितना टाइम? इतना ही टाइम लगेगा. So your answer anyway is going to be u by g only, okay. But total time, you see, you can write it here, time of ascent. Time of ascent. Time of ascent is nothing but t. Acha, I can write it small t. Let us write small t. Time of ascent t is equal to u by g. Okay. Similarly, time of descent भी u by g होगा. तो मेरा total time total is equal to 2 times of t, which is 2u by g. This is called the time of flight. This is called the time of flight. So you can write here time of flight. Flight मतलब कब तक वो हवा पे है. So flight means, time of flight means from here to here it is in the air, from here to here also it is in the air. So the total time. So time of flight t is equal to 2u by g. For any object you are throwing upwards, this is your time of flight. Okay. Okay. When a body is dropped from a height of 20 meter, what will be its speed just before touching the ground? So I am dropping the body from a height of 20 meter. See, now we are going to do it a bit quicker. So this is the body. When a body is dropped from a, what is the height? The height is 20 meter. ठीक है. What will be speed just before? So body is dropped means here u is equal to 0. Now you need to find out the speed just before touching the ground. So you need to find out the v. Okay. So you can say that v square is equal to u square plus 2gh. है ना? So your v I need, u is 0. So v square is equal to 2 into g. g का वैल्यू मेरे को पता नहीं है, I can take it g only. h is 20, height is 20. Okay. So v square is equal to 40g. तो v कितना हो जाएगा आपका? रूट ओवर 40g. In this case, this is your v. Right? Okay. Please read this sum. Okay. Now what they are talking about, an object is projected vertically upward and is at the same height at t is equal to 7 seconds and t is equal to 10 seconds, है ना, इट इज एट द सेम हाइट. तो मैंने दो ऑब्जेक्ट को लिया और दो ऑब्जेक्ट को मैंने वर्टिकली अपवर्ड प्रोजेक्ट किया. वन इज लाइक दिस, सो आई हैव माय फर्स्ट ऑब्जेक्ट, ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड इट. सो दिस इज सपोज माय फर्स्ट ऑब्जेक्ट, ठीक है ना, this is my first object. I have projected it vertically upward like this, okay, and my another object I have, okay, which is like this, and this also I have projected vertically upward. दोनों को मैंने ऊपर फेंका, ठीक है. An object is projected vertically upward and is at the same height. It is at the same height. Height मतलब always remember, जब भी हाइट बोला जाएगा यू आर एक्चुअली मेजरिंग इट फ्रॉम द ग्राउंड until and unless stated otherwise. Okay, so height you always measure from the ground until and unless stated otherwise. So t is equal to 7, मतलब during that point of projection my t is equal to 0. At t is equal to 7, जितना हाइट ऑब्जेक्ट 1 ने ट्रैवल किया उतना ही हाइट t is equal to, so they are from the same height. मतलब हो सकता है कि ऑब्जेक्ट 1 को मैंने फेंका तो ये क्या किया, इतना हाइट कवर किया, ठीक है, या फिर हम थोड़ा सा छोटा बनाते हैं इसको. ये क्या किया, इतना हाइट कवर किया. यहां पे है एट t is equal to 7. अब इसको देखिए, ऑब्जेक्ट 2 को देखिए. ऑब्जेक्ट 2 क्या कर रहा है, देखिए एट t is equal to 10. नाउ ये t equal to 7 तो हो गया इसका केस. t is equal to 10 पे, ठीक है, बोला जा रहा है कि ऑब्जेक्ट 2 भी उतना ही हाइट पे है ग्राउंड से जितना ऑब्जेक्ट फर्स्ट है, फर्स्ट ऑब्जेक्ट है, ठीक है. बट दिस इज एट t is equal to 10. तो क्या हो सकता है, एक केस तो ये है कि दिस ऑब्जेक्ट 2 इट हैज रीच्ड टू द टॉप, देन इट हैज कम डाउन. Okay, after reaching the top, okay, it will come down, and at t is equal to 10, the object 2 is here and the object 1 is also here. So see, at t is equal to 7 and at t is equal to 10, both the objects are at the same height from the ground. So this is exactly what this numerical wants to tell you. तो हम लोग क्या करेंगे, बोला गया है फाइंड द टोटल टाइम ऑफ फ्लाइट. तो टोटल टाइम ऑफ फ्लाइट, व्हाट वी कैन डू इज दैट वी विल से दैट S7 is equal to S10. I can do it. Okay, S7 is equal to S10. This can be done because the displacement of this object, okay, at t is equal to 7 is equal to the displacement. डिस्प्लेसमेंट हम लोग मेजर करते हैं ना, सो ग्राउंड से उतना ही डिस्प्लेसमेंट किया है एट t इज इक्वल टू 10. सो यू सी u तो 0 हो जाएगा, प्रोजेक्टेड वर्टिकली अपवर्ड सेम हाइट CUT, हाफ g सॉरी u तो 0 नहीं होगा यहां पे, सॉरी. सो यहां पे होगा क्या, u1 into 7. Okay, this is for object 1. It will have some initial velocity. V तो 0 होगा यहाँ पे. So u1 I am projecting it. Here v is equal to 0. ठीक है. So u1 into 7 minus half g 7 square is equal to u2 into 10 minus half g into 10 square. So this is the equation I can write here. Okay. So 7 u1 minus half g into 49 is equal to 10 u2 minus half g into 100. ठीक है. So you can say that 100 minus 49 is equal to 3. So, okay, they are basically projected with the same speed. So, u1 is equal to u2 only. So, you can say that I can take this to be u, you just take it u. Okay. So, it is becoming 3u. Okay. So, half g into 51 is equal to 3u, right? So, your u becomes, from here your u becomes, u is equal to half into g, okay, into 51 by 3. So, you can cancel it. Okay, u is nothing but 17 g by 2. आपका ये आपका u वैल्यू है, u is 17 g by 2. Okay, now if your u is 17 g by 2, we know that the total time of flight, total time of flight is 2u by g. अब 2 by g into what is the value of u? 17 g by 2, right? So, your 2 getting cancelled, g getting cancelled, time total is 17 second. So, your total time of flight is basically 17 second. 17 second is your total time of flight. Okay. Now, we will basically talk about the free falling or the motion under gravity. Okay. So, when we talk about the motion under gravity, what we mean to understand here is that no other force apart from gravity is actually is being applied. Okay. So, only the body is under gravitational force. So, if I draw a body something like that, and if it is under free fall, then we say that its own weight is acting downward, which is mg. And what is the acceleration of this body? The acceleration of this body is going to be g, right? G is going to be the acceleration of this body. Now, this is just simply this much, nothing else. Okay, the motion under gravity. Similar thing is going to happen when you are going to move something upward. Okay. Now, we need to understand and keep certain key points. What are the key points that we need to understand? One point is that when you are actually projecting something upward like this, the body is here, you are throwing it up, then the g value we consider to be negative. Why? Because you see your velocity is upward and the acceleration due to gravity is basically downward. So, it is opposing the velocity, that is why we take the g value to be negative. Okay. Just consider this much, that always you consider in which side your velocity is, take that side to be positive. The opposite side you take negative. So, your velocity is, you are projecting it upward, means you take the upward as the positive direction, downward as the negative direction. That's it. Okay. And when a body is falling from the top, what is happening? Your g value and v value are the same, in the same direction, then you take the value of g to be positive. Here the value of g will be negative. Okay. And apart from this, apart from these two, there are some other key points as well that we would like to discuss. One very important point is that suppose you are throwing something from a height. Okay. आप कुछ एक हाइट से आपने कुछ थ्रो किया. सपोज यू हैव थ्रोन ए 5 kg का कुछ हो सकता है कि 5 kg मटेरियल और 5 kg पैकेट. ओके, of rice you have thrown, and on the other hand you have thrown 1 kg something peck of cotton. ठीक है, तो we can think in this way that this 1 kg, since it is since the height of the 5 sorry, the weight of this or the mass of this packet of rice 5 kg is more. So if you are basically throwing it from the same height, okay, from the top, आप क्या किया, आपने पहले 5 kg का, this is 5 kg, इसको थ्रो किया, और एट द सेम टाइम 1 kg इसको भी आप थ्रो किया. We can think that 5 kg object is going to reach fast, but it has been seen that both these objects, irrespective of their mass, they are going to reach the bottom at the same time. So always remember one point, that irrespective of the mass, okay, irrespective of the mass, if you are throwing something from the same height, they are going to reach the bottom at the same height. Okay, this is something we need to discuss, and I actually wanted to discuss with you. So everything we have seen, the ball thrown down from the tower, so we have derived it also, right? Suppose this is the tower. Now if you are throwing a ball, okay, there can be two ways of throwing a ball. One way is like you are throwing it, okay, when your initial velocity is 0, you will have some final velocity v, okay, v आपको कुछ ना कुछ मिलेगा. Another way is when you throw it with a initial velocity. हम तो खुद भी तो हम कुछ force दे सकते हैं ना, not always that it should be from the 0 only. We are just throwing it, giving it some initial velocity. So at that time, obviously your time of reaching the bottom is going to be decreased. Okay, why? Because you are giving it an initial velocity, otherwise it is the same. Okay, it will not depend. Now let us see, if a ball is thrown vertically upwards with a velocity of 40 meter per second, then the velocity of the ball after 2 seconds will be. So let us solve this. A ball is thrown vertically upward, ठीक है ना, तो vertically upward हमने थ्रो किया इस बॉल को with a initial velocity of कितना, 40 meter per second. Okay, now they want us to know the velocity of the ball after 2 seconds. So okay, so you just use this formula, v square is equal to u square minus 2gs. Okay, or you can also use this formula, forget about it, v is equal to u plus at after 2 seconds. Yes, v is equal to u minus gt, you use it, that will be it. So v I want to actually find out, u कितना है 40 minus, okay, g is how much, g is basically 10 into velocity after 2 second, टाइम आपका 2 सेकेंड हो जाएगा यहाँ पे. सो यू आर गोइंग टू गेट 40 minus 20. So v value you are getting to be 20 meter per second. Okay, so this is the velocity that you are actually getting after 2 seconds. Okay, so you are starting it with 40, you will get after 2 seconds it will be decreased to 20 meter per second. Okay, now I want you to read this once. Okay, now you see what they are talking about. A person sitting on the ground floor of a building notices through a window of height 1.5 meter, window का height given है आपको 1.5 meter, ठीक है, that a ball dropped from the roof of the building क्रॉसेस द विंडो इन 0.1 सेकेंड, विंडो को क्रॉस कर रहा है 0.1 सेकेंड पे, ठीक है. व्हाट इज द वेलोसिटी ऑफ द बॉल व्हेन इट इज एट द टॉप मोस्ट पॉइंट ऑफ द विंडो. पहले तो हम लोग समझते हैं कि क्या बोला गया है. बोला गया है कि एक विंडो है, खिड़की है, ऐसा, ठीक है, ऐसा एक खिड़की है. अब क्या है, विंडो का हाइट कितना है, हाइट इज गिवन टू यू लाइक दिस इज द हाइट ऑफ द विंडो which is basically 1.5 meter. This much is the height of the window, 1.5 meter. Ball dropped from the roof of the building crosses the window in. अच्छा, और टाइम कितना, ये जो 1.5 मीटर है इसको, so this is the height, इसको क्रॉस करने के लिए टाइम कितना ले रहा है, 0.1 सेकेंड टाइम ले रहा है. What is the velocity of the ball when it is at the topmost point? So here u का वैल्यू क्या है. तो जैसे कि द आदमी, द मैन इज जस्ट सीइंग दैट द बॉल हैज पास्ड फ्रॉम द विंडो. ओके ओके, इसका हाइट इतना है, टाइम भी गिवन है. आपको क्या चाहिए, आपको u का वैल्यू चाहिए. सो एस इज इक्वल टू, विल यूज दैट, सी एस इज गिवन, वी नो एस इज इक्वल टू ut प्लस हाफ g t square, right? So how much is the s? This s is nothing but 1.5 which has been given to you. So I can say that 1.5 is equal to u को मेरे को निकालना है. टाइम कितना, 0.1 ना, crosses the window in 0.1, so it is 0.1 plus half g value is, you have been given, take the value of g to be 10, t square is 0.1 का square. Okay, so you get it from here, like 1.5 is equal to 0.1 u plus 5 into 0.01. Okay, so from here you get 1.5 है ना, is equal to 0.1 u plus 0.05. Okay, so you will get 0.1, आपको कितना मिलेगा, 0.1 is equal to 1.5 minus 0.05. So this is going to be like 1.45. 0.1 u का मतलब 0.1 u है ना, this is u ना, 0.1 into u, 0.1 into u, 0. So u value you will get 1.45 divided by 0.1. This is the u value you will get. That means this is going to be 14.5. The value of u you are getting is 14.5. So your option is B. Okay. Now let us read this sum. Okay. It is talking about a boy standing at the top of a tower of 20 meter height. ठीक है, पहले हम लोग ड्रॉ कर लेते हैं जितना इंफॉर्मेशन है. बॉय स्टैंडिंग एट द टॉप ऑफ ए टावर, इसका हाइट कितना है, 20 मीटर. तो हाइट बोला गया है 20 मीटर. ऑफ 20 मीटर हाइट ड्रॉप्स अ स्टोन, एक स्टोन को ड्रॉप किया. तो स्टोन ड्रॉप किया, इनिशियल वेलोसिटी इज 0, बिकॉज कुछ नहीं बोला गया है, मतलब हम लोग ले लेंगे इनिशियल वेलोसिटी 0. पूछा गया है फाइनल वेलोसिटी जस्ट बिफोर इट स्ट्राइक्स. सो यू जस्ट पुट दिस इक्वेशन, v स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू u स्क्वायर प्लस 2gh. हाइट तो आपको दिया ही गया है, u इज 0, So v square you will get like 2 into g का वैल्यू कितना है, g is 10 and what is the age value? Age value is basically 20 meter. So v square you are getting like 400 है ना. Yes, so v you are getting 20. So v is 20 meter per second. Now, a ball is dropped from a high-rise platform at t is equal to 0, starting from rest. Rest से t equal to 0. A ball is dropped from a high-rise platform. ठीक है, एक high-rise platform है, वहां से हम लोग क्या किया, एक बॉल को फेंक दिया. And at t is equal to 0. Now, starting from rest. After 6 seconds, 6 सेकेंड बाद, another ball is thrown downward from the same platform with a speed of v. Two balls meet at t is equal to 18 seconds. t is equal to 18 सेकेंड पे दोनों बॉल ने मीट किया. What is the value of v? I would like to give you more attention to this problem. This is a very, very good problem. Okay. So you see, what it actually tries to say is that, like, if you are not concentrating, most of the people will not get this problem only, what it tries to say. A ball is dropped from a high-rise platform. ठीक है, पहला केस ले लेते हैं. We'll consider case by case. So case 1, ball is dropped from a high-rise platform at t is equal to 0. t is equal to 0 पे हम लोग एक बॉल है, इसको हम लोग ड्रॉप कर रहे हैं, स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम रेस्ट, u is equal to 0. Okay. After, so here, suppose, now, okay, it is basically starting from rest. Okay, now here t is equal to 0. Suppose the ball has covered in time t is equal to 18, 18 second, the ball has reached up till here, up till this point the ball has reached. Okay. Now this is the, let us consider the second case now. Let us consider the second case now. Second case क्या है, ये बॉल ड्रॉप करने के 6 सेकेंड के बाद, आफ्टर 6 seconds, I am actually dropping another ball. After 6 seconds, I am dropping another ball, which is my this ball now. Okay. So after 6 seconds means 18 seconds से 6 seconds gone. So here t is equal to at 12 seconds, this ball will also cover the same distance. They are, what it has been said, after 6 seconds, another ball is thrown downward from the same platform with a speed v. The two balls meet at 18 seconds, but 18 seconds with respect to the first ball. The second ball I have thrown with a initial velocity v, or you can say u, whatever. Okay, here the initial velocity is 0, but here the initial velocity is not 0. I have given it some initial velocity. इसीलिए ये 12 सेकेंड पे ही उतना डिस्टेंस कवर कर लिया या उतना डिस्प्लेसमेंट कवर कर लिया जो इसने 18 सेकेंड्स पे किया. So the catch is, what we will do, we will simply say that S18 is equal to S12. That's it. So S for the first case 18. So S equal to ut plus half gt square. So half into g value you have, okay, half g into 18 square. So half g into 18 square, this is for ball 1, is equal to, I have given it some velocity for my ball v2, okay, for my ball 2. So let us consider this u, initial velocity. So this is going to be ut, here t is 12 minus, sorry minus नहीं होगा, प्लस ही होगा, It is in the same direction. Gravity is assisting. Got it? So from here I can say that this is nothing but 12u is going to be half into g, okay, 18 square minus 12 square. Can I say? Just say, can I say this? I have just rearranged it, nothing. Just rearranged. So what I can write here is okay, this is 12u, or I can say 12u is equal to half into g is it all right? Yes. So this is giving you 90. है ना? So 12u is equal to 90 into g. So you have the value of, this is 12u. So u is equal to 900 by 12, because g का value कितना है? G का value is 10. So if you have it, you will say that we cancel it. 2 से cancel किया मैंने. 75. So your u value is going to be 75 meter per second. That means u means the initial velocity for my ball 2. 75 meter per second. Okay. If a ball is thrown vertically upwards with speed u, the distance covered during the last t seconds of its ascent is. So this is the total distance. Okay. Suppose its time of ascent, the total time of ascent is t, and what we have said, the distance covered during the last t seconds of its ascent. Okay, the total time of ascent is u by g. This you always remember, we derived it also previously. So they are saying that suppose this is the total time, the ball is here, you are okay, total time of ascent is capital T. Now if a ball is thrown vertically upwards, I have thrown the ball vertically upwards with a speed u. So speed, how much we have given u? The distance covered during the last t seconds. So itna ho gaya mera t second, small t. This is the total time of ascent. So how much will be this time? Capital T minus small t. So for the distance covered, what I need to find out is, I just need to find out St, which is the distance covered during the total time t, minus S t minus t. Can I not say this? Just see. I can say na, because this is the distance covered for total time t, and this is the distance covered in time t minus t. So now we will just, what we will do, we are going to put the value. So my St becomes, my St becomes, so we had an initial velocity ut, okay, minus half g t square. Okay. Now I would like to ask you one thing. In case of t na, you write u by g. So just write u by g. So it is u into, this is the time of ascent, u by g minus half g, we can write in case of t, u by g square. This is st. You can simplify it. So you are getting st as u square by g minus half of g u square by g square. So g getting cancelled. It is u square by g minus half of u square by g. So st. So st, you are getting u square by g minus half of u square by g. You will get u square by 2g. U square by 2g. This is the value you are getting. Okay. Now let us see what is my s t minus t. This I can say like u t minus t, yes, plus half g t minus t whole square. Okay. So u, what was the value of t? T का value u by g minus t प्लस हाफ g, t का वैल्यू कितना था? u by g माइनस t का होल स्क्वायर. दिस इज s t minus t. So s t minus t is becoming u square by g minus ut, है ना, प्लस हाफ g, you are getting u square by g square minus 2ab, है ना, plus t square. So you will get, so this is a bit lengthy, just the calculation, nothing else. Okay, let us now directly open the bracket. Okay, plus, so g will cancel, you will get u square by 2g if I open the bracket. Okay, minus, you will get 2 getting cancelled, g getting cancelled, ut, है ना, ut plus half g t square. So this is s t minus t. Okay. So if you now, okay, if you now happen to subtract this st minus st minus t, right, then ultimately you will get half gt square. Okay, you please do it yourself. You will get this value as half gt square. Okay, a ball is thrown vertically downwards with a velocity of 20 meter per second. So this is with the velocity that I am throwing a ball vertically downwards from the top of a tower. It hits the ground after some time with a velocity of, what is the hitting velocity? It is 80 meter per second. Right, the height of the tower is, they have asked you about the height of the tower. Okay, then what we should do? Vertically downwards with a velocity. So what is my initial velocity? Initial velocity u is equal to 20 meter per second. This is my initial velocity. And the final velocity that we are having is v is equal to 80 meter per second. This is the final velocity. The height of the tower we need to find out, right? And g value is also given to you. G value is 10 meter per second square. Okay, these are all given. So we can say that V square is equal to U square plus 2GH. We can easily say that. And it is basically downward, thrown vertically downward. So V squared is how much? You have V square like 80 square. How much is your U square? 20 square plus 2, G ka value 10, H you will have to have. So it is 6400 minus 400 is equal to 2 into 10 into H. So it is 6000 is equal to 20 H. H value you will get 300. So 300 meter is the height. Please read this problem. We'll solve it. Please read. Okay. A person standing on the floor of an elevator drops a coin. ठीक है. The person is standing on the floor of the elevator and he is dropping a coin. The coin reaches the floor in time t1. Now if the elevator is moving uniformly and time t2 if the elevator is stationary, ठीक है, then मतलब मैंने एक elevator के ऊपर खड़ा हूँ, I have dropped a coin. Now what is happening? The elevator drops. Okay, the coin reaches the floor in time t1 when the elevator is in a uniform speed, मतलब velocity is constant, and when the elevator is stationary, at that time the coin is reaching at the ground at time t is equal to t2. ठीक है ना? Then you have been asked, okay, always remember one thing, that when whether the elevator is stationary or whether the elevator is moving with a uniform velocity, in both the case the only force that is acting on the coin is nothing but the gravitational force. अगर elevator is moving with a constant speed, मतलब एलिवेटर के ऊपर ज्यादा कोई फोर्स, दूसरा तरीके का फोर्स एक्ट नहीं कर रहा है, because it is at a constant speed. So the acceleration is constant speed, means acceleration of the elevator is 0. Then the net force, no net force is acting. Okay, so that is why in both the cases, when the elevator is stationary also and when it is moving with a constant speed also, in both the cases the time for the coin to reach the floor is going to be the same. So here t1 is equal to t2. Okay. Now we come to a very important concept, and that is called the concept of relative velocity. Right? The concept of relative velocity. What is relative velocity? So suppose I give you an example. Suppose मोस्टली रिलेटिव वेलोसिटी हम लोग समझते वक्त हम लोग ट्रेन का ही एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं. सपोज दिस इज अ ट्रेन, you imagine Vande Bharat, okay, and this is another train, okay. This is a goods train, so something like this. But have you noticed that when you are sitting inside the Vande Bharat or a very high speed train, and the goods train, when the goods train, if the velocity of your train is in this direction and the velocity of the goods train is in this direction, it appears as if the goods train, you know, is basically passing at a very high speed. आपका ट्रेन से भी high speed it is passing by. Okay, what happens is, see, if the mainly ये relative velocity का concept क्या है? If this is this I am saying as B, sorry, A, body A, This I am saying as body B. If I am calculating the relative velocity of A with respect to B, I am saying the relative velocity of A, this is suppose the velocity of A which is VA. This is the velocity of B which is VB. I am saying, I am talking about the relative velocity of A with respect to B. मतलब B का respect पे. So a person, B का respect पे मतलब क्या है? A person sitting in B, how he will basically see the A moving. That is exactly what I mean. So if you are sitting in B, what is the velocity of A? So we call relative velocity of A with respect to B, okay, is nothing but VA minus VB. Okay, this is nothing but VA minus VB. And relative velocity of, similarly, we can say relative velocity of B with respect to A is nothing but VB minus VA. Now here the two velocities will add up. Why the two velocities will add up? See, here the directions are basically opposite. So if one direction I am taking as positive, the other direction I take as negative, and when you basically do this VA minus VB, you are actually adding it up. Okay. So this is the concept I wanted to make you understand. Now a horse rider is moving towards a big mirror with a velocity V. So horse rider, suppose this is a mirror, this is the mirror, and the rider is riding with a velocity V. ठीक है. Now the velocity of his image with respect to him. तो अगर ये क्या है, ये तो ऑब्जेक्ट है, तो अगर ऑब्जेक्ट v वेलोसिटी से मिरर के पास आ रहा है तो इमेज v तो v वेलोसिटी से ही ऑब्जेक्ट के पास आ रहा होगा ना. सो दैट नाउ व्हाट दे हैव सेड, द वेलोसिटी ऑफ हिज इमेज विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू हिम. सो इट इज वेलोसिटी ऑफ द इमेज विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू द ऑब्जेक्ट. आई कैन से VIO इज नथिंग बट VI माइनस VO. तो यहां पे क्या हो जाएगा, अगर दिस साइड आई एम टेकिंग एज पॉजिटिव, then this side is going to be negative. So suppose this is the positive side I have taken. ठीक है, तो this is going to be the negative side then. तो मेरा हो जाएगा VI is nothing but V minus of VO is going to be minus V. Okay, so you will have 2V. So the velocity of image with respect to the object is 2V. Okay, two trains each 50-meter long are traveling in opposite directions with speed 10 meter per second and 15 meter per second. The time of crossing is. So here दो train है. The you see this is a train 50 meter long. This is another train 50 meter long. Okay. So here what is the total length that has to be covered? 50 plus 50, 100 is going to be my total length that has to be covered. And what is the relative velocity? Because the velocities are going to be added up, because it is said that if one is in this direction, another is in the opposite direction. So time means nothing but total distance by total speed. So total distance is how much? 100. And total speed is how much? 10 plus 15, 25. Right? So it is going to be 4 seconds. So we see this problem as well. It talks about two trains, each of length 100 meter, moving parallel towards each other at a speed of 72 km per hour and 36 km per hour respectively. How much time will it take to cross each other? Okay, so 72, so see this is in 100 meters, so let us basically convert this kilometer into meter per second. So kilometer per hour I am going to convert into meter per second. So 5 by 18, so it is going to be 20 meter per second. This is speed 1, and speed 2 is going to be, so 36, no, 36, sorry, 36 into 5 by 18. So you will get it as 10 meter per second. This is my speed 2. Okay. Now as they are moving towards each other, okay, the speeds are going to add up, S1 plus S2, and each length is 100 meter. So 2 trains each of length. So you are asked about the time. So time is going to be nothing but the total distance covered by the speed, relative speed. Total distance is 200. 200 by, and the speed is basically S1 plus S2. It gets add up. So 200 by 30. So the value is going to be 6.67 second. Option B. Now they are talking about a 210 meter long train is moving due north, okay, with a speed of 25 meter per second. A small bird is flying due south, a little above the train with a speed of 5 meter per second. The time taken by the bird to cross the train is. So this is also the time taken, and they are moving in opposite direction. So the relative speed we will need to add up. Okay. So the speed we just add up in the denominator. So 25 plus 5. So it is 30. Okay. And it is 210 above. So it is basically 7 seconds. Okay. Okay. Now a bus is moving with a speed of 10 meter per second on a straight road. The bus is moving with a speed of 10 meter per second on a straight road. A scooterist wishes to overtake the bus in 100 seconds. If the bus is at a distance of 1 kilometer, okay, from the scooterist, with what speed should the scooterist chase the bus? So the bus is moving with a speed of 10 meter per second, right? So distance, the distance that has to be covered is basically 1 kilometer. So we say 1000 meter distance. So speed of the scooterist has to be, in order to overtake the bus, it has to be in the same direction as that of the bus, and it has to have a more speed. So let the speed of the scooterist be S, and the relative speed is going to be, we are going to minus it here, okay, and how much? Okay, minus 10, because this is the speed of the bus. So S minus 10 into, in how much? 100 second it is trying to cross it. So distance is equal to speed into time, nothing. So we are getting S minus 10 into 100. That means, because 100 second, cancel out 2 zeros. So S is equal to 20 meter per second. This is going to be the speed of the scooterist, 20 meter per second. Okay. Okay. And with this, we have come to the end of this class. And in this class, we have intensively covered all the numericals that can come from this chapter. So the motion in one dimension is of physics is covered in a greater detail, so for class 11. Thank you.